I enjoyed Disclosure Day, but I think there's a much better movie in there. Spoilers if you haven't seen it already. It's a classic, schmaltzy, Spielberg alien movie that will make you feel some emotion, but the story and structure are not fully there. It feels like it's tiptoeing around some sort of larger central message that in reality isn't all that deep. Spielberg wanted to make a movie about empathy and human connection through realizing that we're not alone in the universe, but with everything going on in the world today, it doesn't seem to resonate as much. Disclosure Day is trying to communicate how divided we are as people, but it didn't fully read because the movie doesn't go out of its way to show people at extreme odds or even really explain why the antagonists are so desperate to stop our main characters. I think the film would have worked much better as a story about the government exploiting the media against people who aren't like us. The movie seemed like it was afraid to make Emily Blunt the protagonist, but if they took this route, she would be a perfect fit as someone who delivers the news to the world, but isn't necessarily in control of it. There's a lot of drama there. That would then create such an interesting payoff at the end when she discloses everything to the world at the end of the film. Josh O'Connor then makes more sense as a supporting character who's built a career off of keeping these secrets, but doesn't know how to go about showing it to the world in a way that would ensure that everyone believes it. That's where you use the news, a rather outdated source of media, to your advantage in the film. I do have other thoughts on the movie. I think it spent way too much time on exposition dumps. While the action scenes were filmed really well, they kind of ignore basic physics, and way too many times there are events that play out in a way that's not believable. The lighting was way too distracting. So many of the shots are trying too hard to look pretty, and it just took me out of it at times. I thought the mind control with the device was overused. It was also trying to say something about religion that didn't really land. All this to say, it just feels like a movie that thinks it's more profound than it actually is. Had this movie not been directed by Spielberg, I don't think there would have been much buzz around this at all. Just because a movie's made by Spielberg doesn't mean it's an excuse for its flaws. However, I think the film has more merit than just having his name attached, because he is a filmmaker that knows how to make you feel things. He took a rather lackluster script and delivered on the emotion to some extent. The movie definitely should have been better, but I don't think it's bad. It was just disappointing.